this fund will achieve equalization across the country and can be a solution to the marginalized groups within the counties who are agitating for secession. Honorable members of the committee, we would agree with me that the member of county assembly position is an incubation stage for nurturing and mentoring future leaders who will scale up in political ladder of leadership. This fund will be very instrumental in ensuring this is achieved. We further submit that we have a ward equalization fund so that within the county setup, we again have an equalization fund to ensure that marginalized communities are catered for. We are further suggesting as Kwanza to have the county oversight fund, the same way a senator has been proposed to have an oversight fund to oversight the governors, to play the oversight role. We are proposing, let us build capacity for members of county assemblies. We've seen members of county assemblies being bought left, right, and center because they do not have a fund. That will make them autonomous from the governor. Lastly, on the issue of entrenchment of the two offices, the leader of opposition and the office of the prime cabinet secretary, we support, and especially as Kenya Kwanza, we want to affirm that we support the entrenchment of the leader of opposition. It is our considered view that Parliament should enact the legislation to establish the office of the leader of opposition. This is an important office in promoting inclusivity. We have repeatedly witnessed violence after every electoral cycle due to the perceived winner-takes-it-all scenario. Creation of this position would be a mean to alleviate the perennial problems, strengthening oversight and deepening democracy. Honorable Chair, we are conscious of the Bill of Rights as enshrined in the Constitution. We propose a legislation to regulate the right to demonstration and picketing enshrined in Article 37. Lastly, the legislation should specifically address and provide mechanism to bar political leaders who lead violent demonstrations from vying from any further elective position. Further, the legislation should mandate the organizers of the demonstration to gazette the venue, time, and reason for picketing. The legislation should provide measures that will ensure the leaders and organizers of violent demonstrations, which may occasion destruction of property and loss of life, to be held liable. These will encourage sanity and order in our political class. That is our submission as Kenya Council.
Thank you, SG. I think you're done, and thank you very much. I only want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
In the case of the office of the official of the leader of opposition, should that person sit in the Senate or in the National Assembly?
For purposes,
or outside?
No, just note down. And I've got a follow-up question. Save for about 2 or so words that you uttered. I hope you could listen to me.
Okay.
SG, can listen to Wandai.
Yes, I was getting worried because in the memorandum that you alluded to, that was sent to Parliament, and in your written memorandum here.
It's not a written memorandum.
What is this? Sorry.
No, that's yours.
No, let's be orderly.
We have it. That's not
you actually express this.
Okay, so we ignore this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Chair. Our staff have circulated a memo. It bears your name.
I started by saying we do not have a written memorandum. We will do oral submissions.
But what is this?
Yeah, and this was occasioned by the contents of your letter. You told us to come make oral presentation.
Fair enough.
So we ignore this.
Ignore. Please.
Okay.
We take this as a strange document.
Very strange. Very
that
strange.
found its way here strangely.
Very strange.
Thank you. Now, I was actually going to ask you, why are you not as emphatic on the position of the proposed position of Prime Cabinet Secretary as you are on the position of leader of official position. It is curious that even this document, which I have now refused to, I will not now refer to, you seem not to be emphasizing the creation of that office, contrary to perceptions that have been in the public domain. Could it be as a result of the fears? No, relax. Could it be as a result of the fears that from some quarters, that this office, if created or if entrenched in the Constitution, is going to water down the power and influence of the office of the Deputy President? And could this perhaps be the cause of the incessant anti-dialogue outbursts out there? Finally, what is your take on the issue of the taxes which were brought about by the Finance Act? And very finally, Umoko Milemba, if I heard you right, I think this is the SG of Ford Kenya. That you support that you support.
Chair, I'm the SGO.
Okay, fine. I was referring to my friend, the SGO of Ford Kenya, Yachikati.
Yes.
That you support the strengthening of political parties.
Yes.
Okay? I suppose within and without the coalitions. Yes. What is your take on the clamor for collapsing of political parties to form bigger entities? Yeah.
Very good question.
Honorable Chair, on the issue of the leader of opposition, we propose that he sits in government in National Assembly so that he can be able to oversight the government ably. Second, on the issue of being emphatic on the entrenchment of the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, I think first it was because of time. Second is a matter of semantics. We started by saying that we draw our wisdom from the contents encapsulated in the memorandum from the President to the National Assembly. So whatever the contents are encapsulated in that memorandum, we share the same wisdom.
Chair,
that memorandum doesn't have the proposal to entrench the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Yeah. Yeah. Proceed.
Which memorandum, Honorable Chair?
The one that was sent to the President, to the National Assembly.
Or whichever way, we as Secretary General has said, we strongly support the entrenchment of the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary.